Hello, this is Renee from the Science Schoolyard, and I'm here today to share with you how I use Explain Everything for my Google activities. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share with you how to airdrop because that's the first most important stage. I need to get my sheets that I'm going to be using to my students. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go down to the bottom of the screen. I'm going to pop up something that looks like this, and I'm going to press the button that says airdrop everyone. And so I'm going to turn that on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sharing with you another iPad that I have, and I'm going to be uploading some of my activities for my students to be using. I'm going to actually be pressing on them and getting them blue highlighted. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to airdrop. And you're going to see that it's going to have an accept button. And I have sent, you'll notice, 10 photos. What I'm going to do is accept those photos. Now where they go is they are going to be in my camera roll. And that's where I need my students to be able to go in just a little bit. But I'm going to get out of camera roll right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my students to Explain Everything. I am ready with all of my activities for them to be able to use, but I need to share with them how to get those activities. So I'm going to go to Explain Everything. I'm going to get out of this because I have some finished activities I did with another class. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to be saving that right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I got that folder. So the first thing I'm going to share with you is that plus button right there is to show me that I need to add a folder for science or wherever you need to put that. And you're going to, I always like that white folder. It's nice and crisp and clean. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to name it something like science. Maybe I'm going to be putting it under the idea of matter, because these are my matter sheets. And so now I'm going to go down and I'm going to add a new page. And I have a clean page, and now I'm going to be able to have my students find these photos that I have ready for them. I'm going to have them go to the add button, and that is right here. I always like to say to them, we're going to add a photo, but we need to see that photo up in the mountains. We're going to go look at that rainbow up at the mountains. That's where our photos are placed. And you're going to notice I have them sitting here ready for me to pick from. I'm going to notice that some of them have numbers on them. I'm going to be using 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4, but I'm going to show you the different ways that you can input pictures and videos and how they can write over it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just press one of them for you to look at. I'm going to have them press the word done at the top corner on the right. Now you're going to notice it wiggles around a little bit. If you want that screen locked in, what you need to do is you need to tell them press the I, want this page. You're going to have them press the page that they want. You're going to then see that it says set as background. I want this page set as background. Touch that page again. I want this page to be able to work with. And you'll see that finger button right there. That'll show. I like to just share with them that that's what I'm going to be able to do, is to work on this screen. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have them picking one of these two. They are the drawing features, and I'm going to be able to pick that. Make sure that I have the right size ink that I want. That'll show up on the screen. I want that second one. It seems to be not so bulky. And I'm going to have them be able to put a shape over some words here to show that this could be used as an assessment. Now what I'm going to do is go down to the bottom. I'm going to add another page because we're going to practice something else. We're going to go to that plus button. We're going to go and find that photo in the mountains. We're going to go to that rainbow where the photos are located. Let's try something else this time. Let's try taking a picture. We can, once again, lock it in. We can say done. We do not need to always lock it in. If you want to try without locking it and going to the I want this page to be background, I want this page to be able to write on. In this case, I am going to use my iPad to take a picture. I'm going to press plus. I'm going to say new photo, and you'll notice that it comes up. And I see a pencil right there. That's a solid. Then I'm going to say use photo. I'm going to say done, and now I can grab by pinching the picture. I can grab that picture and I can move it into the spot it belongs in. And they can do a nice little scavenger hunt around the room for solids, liquids, and gases. Now let's say I want to do something else. I'm going to do a plus because we're going to add another sheet. We're going to go to that plus. I'm going to do a new photo because I need a new sheet. I'm going to press the photos, and let's try a video this time. We're going to upload the next page. We're going to say done. In this case, I might want to take a video to show the property words as well as be able to describe that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press that plus button. This time I'm going to say new video. You're going to notice there's a video page that comes, our screen that comes up, and I can press play and maybe talk about that is a solid. It is hard. It's not flexible. It's orange and silver. It's pointed at the top. Now my students, those of them might be struggling with how to write those words, they can do a video and they can share that. And so you can press that green button and then you can listen to what they say about property words. If you have students that still want to add a little bit more, you can go to that A. That's going to, if you touch the screen, bring up the keyboard, and I can write, it is hard. And once again, I can touch that. I can drag it, pinch it, and make it smaller. I can put that next to it. I can put it on another side. I can add that by making my video a little bit smaller. And now I have how to add the words over the top and be able to do that. If you want them to be able to write it on their own, you might use the pencil feature. And once again, I can say it's wet, it's viscous. Some of those words that we learn in our FOSS kit can be reused here and be able to show that what they know. So these are lots of different ways for you to be able to use the Google products and be able to help your students on their new adventure using Explain Everything. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at k5sciencegal@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to help you. Thank you and have a great time in your science schoolyard.